Welcome back. You're in the Now with me, Anissa Nawe. Kosovo's had a parliamentary election over the weekend. The ruling party won, although it looks like not many people there took it seriously. Turnout was very low. Less than half of the region's population came to cast their ballots. Just to remind you, Kosovo is one of the most poor regions in Europe, with youth unemployment there more than 50%. Around half of the population lives in poverty. And now, under these circumstances, the current government managed to remain in power for another term. Let's bring more clarity into this. I'm joined live by Nikola Mirkovic, author of The Martyr of Kosovo. Thanks for being with us. What do you make of this election?
Well, I can just confirm what you just said, that the turnout is extremely poor. And for a nation which is supposed to be in its first democratic years, only 42% of the people going to vote is extremely low, and shows that the current government has a very slow, small popularity, and not a lot of people went to vote. And this is a strong sign of how much confidence the people of Kosovo have in their democratic institutions.
What problems do they have with these institutions?
They don't believe them anymore. I think even in the Albanian community today, people know that that the current government and whatever the major political party, whether it be in opposition or in the government, are just spitting out what they're hearing from the US or from Brussels. And there's nothing really specific for the people living in Kosovo. And this is a strong sign. We've seen Hashim Taci attacked quite a lot by the own Albanian people of Kosovo, and because they're expecting more on their current day activities. I mean, as you said, poverty is extremely high. You've got half of the population which is unemployed. Those who do work live on practically 80 euros per month, and you've got 18% of Kosovo which lives under the extreme poverty line. And these are the worst figures for all of Europe, and that's what the people are waiting for. And the Albanians are not getting anything, and I'm not even talking about the Serbs, who are practically out of the picture in these elections.
The elections took place exclusively, as I understand it, because Parliament was in limbo over army legislation. What does this say about the leadership at the moment, and why couldn't they just go along with the next elections according to legislation?
Because this is something which is important for Taci and for some of the Albanians, is to get a Kosovo army. And this is against Resolution 1244, which still runs Kosovo normally today. And the Serb minority, is radically hostile to this. They cannot accept the Kosovo army. And this just says that, I mean, if you're not happy with the people in your parliament, what you do is just set new elections until the people vote the way you want. This has a lot to say about I would say how good and how strong is the Kosovo parliament.
Half of the population, we've been reporting this, talking about this, lives in poverty. There's so much Western funding, the Kosovo-Albanian lobby, it's not a secret. How does this poverty go ahead when so much money essentially is flowing into the republic?
Well, all the money is that the people are not getting the money. Nobody's getting the money. Those who are getting it are the politicians. There's a widespread corruption throughout Kosovo, and it's hitting all of the political parties, especially those who are in power, and everybody knows about this. Even the EU has special reports speaking about corruption. The money is not getting to the end user, and this is something which is very tough and I would say endemic in the new Kosovo Republic, if you want to call that a republic. And this is something which all of the people over there are seeing, and the West is turning a blind eye to this, and they're even taking advantage, because a lot of Western corporations are investing over there, and if they slip a little bit of money under the rug, and then the local authorities will let them do it, and they're all taking advantage of it. Again, the people at the end are not taking advantage, it's the corporations and the politicians.
Right, Nikola Mirkovic, author of The Martyr of Kosovo, with us in the Now tonight. Thanks so much for that.
Thank you.